Hello and welcome back to Only in the UK, episode 11 and a half, because we didn't finish last time. Everybody from last time is here except Lorelai, because she's not
We
here.
miss
Hello,
you,
Hi,
Laura.
everyone.
Lorelai.
Hi, Laura. I hope you feel
Hey.
better.
She could have sent a message, we could. Well, she'll be editing. She could just insert a thing here. Oh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
So,
may or may not know where she is.
anyway, to continue from last week.
Indeed.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything to moan about this week. Not that I can moan about without causing
Oh, is that Laura?
political uproar. So
That's
Oh,
Colonel
yeah.
Sanders.
Let's steer clear of that.
Anyway,
yeah. Does anyone else have a moan of the week? It's kind of become a tradition. I should have had one ready. Bet Michael's got one.
Michael always has something to complain about.
No, I'm ranting that my insurance company yesterday cancelled my house insurance.
What?
And that came remarkably quickly after the back of an awful lot of insurance payouts because of the biggest forest fire in Nova Scotia in
Oh,
November.
shit.
So I think that insurance company is being naughty.
Get 'em.
Surprise, really,
Yeah.
for an insurance company. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of an arsehole on things like that.
But you did get a payout first.
I didn't. We didn't.
No, he
get
didn't.
any
He didn't get
hitters.
fired.
No?
No.
I think they're just looking for houses that fall into the category
That are
of,
still there.
yeah, let's see if we can cancel this insurance before we have to pay out. Bastards. I know
Insurance
they're doing
companies
that
are
in
really
flood
the same
zones.
everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. It's difficult to get that fire insurance where we are.
Don't buy
and
insurance.
we did have it, but then ours was cancelled too because I forgot to renew it. Whoopsie. But then we did, and I had to pretend to my husband that it was just a normal renewal and it wasn't a new
One day he's gonna watch.
policy.
One day this
And then-
episode is
but he
gonna come up on the
noticed.
autoplay, and he's gonna hear that.
He noticed. He was like, "Why does this say quote and not renewal?" I was like, "Oh yeah,
Because
actually
shut
it
up, that's
expired
why.
last month, and I was trying to get away with not having mentioned that I hadn't done anything about it. Whoops! But anyway, it's fine now.
Yeah, it's only a problem if you had a fire during that time.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh god, because I got the thing about the cancellation on like Friday, and I was like, well, I'll just deal with this on Monday, and then the whole weekend I was like, ah! But it's fine.
That was
I
easy.
had a similar thing with pet insurance a while ago.
I don't get pet insurance because I find that it's like cheaper to put aside money and just.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
two things.
probably.
I can't do that.
Yeah. But also, I found that in the Netherlands, like in general, the care for the pet is much cheaper. Like something that costs like, I don't know, $150, $200 in the US sometimes costs like 25, 30, maybe 50 here.
I
Yeah.
had the first dog I had was a street rescued Belgian Shepherd.
Yeah.
And in the
I have a Belgian.
first 2 years I had him, the insurance company paid out £8,000 in
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
injury, like stuff he had repaired. He had a recurring thing with his ear. He had lived on the streets for 2 years, so his feelings towards other dogs were, "I'll kill you before you try and kill me." So
Excellent.
that got a little bit expensive.
Wow.
He was remarkably good at it.
Oh dear.
He'd survived living on the streets for 2 years, so like,
God.
I'm
that turns
lucky
into
Call it
because
happy.
Hmm?
What did you call it? Happy.
his name was Saber when I got him. So
Saber.
Saber,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
see, I got lucky because I had the same breed, but the most expensive thing he had was his teeth cleaned. But that cost me
God.
500 euros.
Teeth
Ew.
cleaned.
Yeah, it was gonna be.
€500.
Yeah, because they have to put
That's
them under
only a
anesthesia.
toothbrush. Really?
No, he had never had it done with the dentist, and so they had to like go in and really like, clean it up. They thought he was gonna have to have like a couple teeth removed, but no, he actually still has all his teeth. It went really well, so it was just the cost of the anesthesia and the amount of time it took. He's a big got a big mouth, so
Saber had to have a tooth taken out because he chipped it when he ate a whole brick.
Yeah, that sounds like a Belgian. That sounds like a Belgian. I'm not
He sounds
surprised.
insane.
He
Bricks are
was
The
tasty.
breed's insane. They just
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
All right.
incredibly
Stop
loyal.
eating
though.
bricks then.
I have 3 Australian cattle dogs, and they're just dingoes in disguise. They're not. Sometimes they're not pleasant dogs.
You've got the space for it, haven't you? Like...
I do have the space, but yeah, they're not fun. A farmer next door told me that kittens don't go to heaven. No, kittens don't go to the vets. Kittens go to heaven.
Oh,
Aye. Okay.
Which, fine, fair enough. They have a lot of farm cats here, and
Did he
you
tell
don't
you
see
that
the
without
same one very
context?
often.
Did he
Yeah,
just
no, I
like
was
tell you?
asking-
There is context.
asking
they
him
have a lot
about
of
the barn
farm cats.
Mm.
Yeah. Apparently, farm cats, kittens really like curling up with cows to keep warm, and
Oh.
cows don't really respect
Oh.
their boundaries.
Oh.
They just
Oh.
roll
I was gonna be
over.
like, oh.
Mhm.
squashed.
Not,
So he
Cats
has
are
a
not
he
seeing
has a
that
little
kitten again.
sideline in pressed kittens.
Hey, that's a good
Oh.
segue. Speaking of people dying,
Yeah.
this week
okay.
we're
Things
continuing
though.
from last week.
Did anybody go to school with a murderer?
Or a notorious criminal. Dun, dun, dun. So, who wants to start? Because last week you guys were all like, "Hey, I knew people."
I have a feeling that you and Katie are gonna have done the most
I have a couple
work
things.
on this. So
I didn't do too much work because I already knew of like
Yeah,
two of
same.
them. The third one, I just did a quick Google, just to see if I missed
3?
anything. Yeah. Well, one of them I'm not sure if it counts. It's just like an interesting anecdote, I thought.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
I can, I guess.
yeah, go for it.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's not common knowledge, but I was born in Arlington, Virginia, so right outside DC, just stone's throw away from the Pentagon. And
But you shouldn't throw stones at the Pentagon. They don't
No.
like that.
well, actually, when I was a kid, somebody threw something much bigger than a stone at the Pentagon.
Was it an
It was-
airplane?
Was
It
it
was an
today?
airplane, and I was at school that day. Probably about
It's
5 miles.
today.
It
Oh,
is today.
shit.
It's today. It's the
That is today.
anniversary.
So I
Oh
was
my
at school
gosh.
that day, and yeah, my teacher was actually a New Yorker. So we had to sit in the classroom with the lights off because we were like, yeah, I don't know, 5 miles from the Pentagon.
Oh shit.
And so we had to turn off all the lights. My teacher was like in the corner sobbing. After that, that actually sparked us doing the shelter in place drills where we had to go and like start doing those drills every year.
What hide,
so that-
hide under your structurally
No.
sound tables?
Well, no. It was like in the hallway. You have to like sit and yeah, in like an inner hallway in the
God.
school. Interestingly enough, the high school that I went to was originally built with a bomb shelter because it was built during the Cold War.
Nice.
It's since been rebuilt though.
That's
I don't
more
think it has, but-
useful. I think.
Yeah, so I guess
Mm.
like, I mean, in theory, it's not a bad idea to do shelter in place if you have a nice bunker to hide in.
I'm probably okay down here.
I
But,
nearly wrote a book on bomb shelters, but that's another time.
I guess the most notorious one would be DC snipers.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
active while I was in school.
That's fun.
So they didn't let us go out for like after lunch and stuff.
Seems fair.
God, I
Yeah.
would just be like shitting myself the whole time.
Well, here's the thing.
God.
So at that point in time, my family had moved to a place called Falls Church, and one of the shootings it took place outside of this Home Depot at a place called at Seven Corners in Falls Church, and I used to live around the corner from there, like half a mile. And so yeah, it was kind of freaky that was around the corner from my house. So I didn't grow up knowing anybody that was a criminal, but yeah, that was kind of interesting that was going on. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if we were like scared all the time, but yeah, it's kind of weird what was going on.
Mm. Well, depending on your age, you might not have been like particularly. But yeah, I mean, like,
I
how long
was-
how long was like the DC snipers? Like, how long were they at large? I can't really remember.
Wasn't it like
It's quite wild.
Was it like 3 weeks or something?
So I don't know. I probably
Something
would have
like
been
that. I
like
don't remember, but it was
low level
2002.
scared the whole time. I don't know.
Stephen
It was-
Levitt did an interesting article on it being one of the most effective terrorist techniques he'd ever seen, because if they're traveling around in vans around the whole country and you don't know when they're going to strike and they're just hitting like 2 people, it just puts the whole nation in fear. It's amazingly good at what it
Let's
did.
see. Yeah, it was 3 weeks. But yeah, it was October 2002. So yeah, it was what I don't know.
Was that the year after
Yeah,
9/11? Yeah.
year after 9/11, we have another thing, you know. I was in, yeah, so I was old enough to remember. But yeah, no, the one that was around the corner from my house, that one was alarming. I'll say that one was alarming. But I think they caught them soon after that one. But other than that, I did find something interesting. There was a guy named Timothy Wilson Spencer. And while he wasn't only active in Arlington, he was active in Arlington for one of his crimes. A crime which yeah, leaves DNA evidence, let's say that.
Ah, okay.
And
Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming, but it
actually-
could technically be any crime.
this one is of the semen variety.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
That's what I was assuming.
but
Yeah.
the interesting fact is that he was the first serial killer in the US to be convicted on the basis of DNA evidence.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess
so
I
we
wasn't
weren't
too
leaving
worried about
sailors
it.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that
That's
isn't that
silly.
interesting? I was like, wow, okay, cool. So yeah,
That is cool. I'm surprised that name didn't ring a bell. Huh.
I didn't know either. But
Pretty unlucky for him. Like, it's not
yeah,
like those
but
crimes had never been committed before, and then he's the first one.
well, it exonerated
Why didn't
somebody else,
anyone
though.
tell me?
Yeah, that's
I'd have
true.
been more
Okay,
careful.
good. If it did exonerate someone else.
Yeah, the guy
Hurrah.
that had been convicted for it got exonerated. So I
Good.
mean, there's like silver lining, but it
Yeah.
Does anybody know
Like,
what
the
sort of
first guy.
compensation you receive if you spend 10 years in prison?
Not
I saw that
enough.
episode of Casual Criminalist just like last night about the UK government not paying anybody compensation. For,
Well, I only really know US numbers, and it's always in the millions, but it's never really like
do they
enough.
tax it?
Probably,
Oh.
I would assume. Yes.
So if it's like
probably do.
3 or 4 million for a couple of years, I'd be all right.
I guess it depends
Yeah,
how bad
it's
it is.
normally. I think it's normally a lot longer than that. You have to be in to get over a million. But yeah, in the UK, I've got no idea at the moment. Is it terrible?
Apparently, you have to
Probably
prove your
awful.
innocence after you've been exonerated.
After?
What?
Yeah, that's
It's
you guys
really
didn't see that
annoying.
episode from Danny from on the Casual Criminalist this week. The guy who was exonerated after
God.
38 years in the
Oh,
UK.
I saw it on Twitter. I haven't watched it yet.
The UK government needs to clean up its act.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
UK government.
Cheap as
bad.
shit.
My
Yeah.
lawyer brain is wondering. My lawyer brain is wondering if the cops put somebody away based on really shitty evidence, which they quite often do, could the victims of
I
any
believe it's
future
called
killings-
circumstantial evidence now.
Yes, Birmingham 6 evidence. Yeah, could future victims sue the police for incompetence?
Negligence.
Probably.
Negligence.
You'd think. So, certainly, probably nowadays.
But then
People
everything just
started
gets like
doing
settled
Well,
on the
It
quiet,
depends,
so you
because
never
if they
find
were
out.
dead, they wouldn't be suing anyone. So
Yeah, but
depends on the
families could.
crime, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
your
your family can.
family. I think lots of things just get settled, out of
well,
court, so you don't find out what kind of
sometimes you
Yeah.
have
responsibility
these
they're
like
taking.
sometimes you have those shitty stories about those really bad like police departments where they like collect evidence and don't take care of it. And
They're
then
called
like
the
the
UK
Birmingham.
police.
Birmingham.
Well, no,
yeah.
but then like the evidence room floods and
Midlands.
like they're like, oh well, it doesn't matter. Didn't need this anyway. And then like, yeah, the evidence is still useful, but then they like can't do anything because they didn't take care of it properly.
Yeah,
I wonder if you
it's
could sue them in that
amazing.
case.
Well, I suppose it would you'd have to prove that it was, but like the amount of times that evidence has been lost in a flood or in a fire, and you're like,
Like a fire?
I don't. Yeah, it's like how
Did you
is all these
investigate or-
evidence rooms burning down? Yeah, well they they have them like somewhere else, and this thing catches fire. And you're just like, this is so suspicious.
Imagine they
But
have
nothing
that
ever
super safe
happens.
vault for the seeds in like Norway,
Yeah.
but they
Oh,
can't
yeah.
keep evidence safe.
Yeah, I can't keep like a murder weapon Oh, the knife disappeared. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Well, we ordered some stuff from Amazon, and it came with those nylon ties, and we just needed something to open it with.
They probably sold it at a car boot sale. I just asked
Oh.
GPT to do my homework for me, and apparently I win. Because I went to the University of Leeds, and so did Harold Shipman, who I think is still world's
Oh.
serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Him, then the
I
nurse.
don't know who the second one.
Oh, yeah, the one that my friend was born.
Beverly
under-
Allitt.
I've written about
Yeah.
her twice.
Yeah, in
Was it?
91.
Beverly
So-
Allitt.
Yeah, my friend was actually born in that hospital.
That's not who I meant.
That's not
Oh.
okay.
Okay, he
Oh,
was
you
born
mean
while she
Lucy
was
Letby.
active.
I do mean Lucy Letby,
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
but she didn't
but I
kill that many
don't.
people.
She didn't kill as many as no. It is
No.
quite
No.
fair
No,
few.
Shipman-
Shipman, you won't even. We'll never know.
No, he's
was-
hundreds, isn't he? Hundreds
Yeah,
and
yeah,
hundreds.
yeah. Oh God. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
that guy.
But
Oh,
Bingo
dear.
was born in the hospital when Lucy Letby was working there.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
The-
Oh my
Well,
God!
the hell?
Oh.
What will you do if he finds out?
Oh my God!
It's in. I
Yes,
put it
sir.
in the script.
That is so.
Oh.
creepy.
Well,
It's the opener of the script.
It's,
Is it?
shit.
there's a tie-in with Tamara's there, apparently in University of Leicester. Sir Alec Jeffrey's DNA fingerprinting led to some mass murderers of conviction. So Colin Pitchfork, never heard of him, but it's the best name.
I
Oh,
have.
I've heard of Colin
I mean,
Pitchfork.
I want to be called Colin Pitchfork.
I don't think you
Changing
do.
my name.
I've got a story about him actually. My
Excellent, go on.
mother-in-law used to work
I think. I'll take that.
in where some medical place where they send the criminals from, is it Broadmoor or one of those places, like, and she met him a couple of times. Colin Pitchfork. His
Hmm.
full name temporarily escapes me. But she said he's a fairly normal guy. Seemed to be.
Yeah,
mean-
apart from the whole.
Yeah, of
murder
course,
and,
yeah.
I haven't heard
I
of this
don't know,
guy.
yeah.
I'm gonna Google him.
You
No,
always
he-
think
Oh no, it's nasty. It's nasty. It's not nice.
it is. It's horrible.
I thought he was
Oops.
tied to another one as well, but I think I got him confused with someone else. But yeah.
Oh,
no,
I know
he's,
that face. I've seen that face before. I didn't know that was his name. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to put a link to that in the description.
No, don't need to.
No, if
Well,
you
it's
want to
easy
take the
enough
initiative,
find.
You
Easy
find
enough
it
to find.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, his name is quite
You've got
yeah,
Google.
unusual, so-
Get on with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, go on, you do it yourself. God bloody hell.
There's probably a
think I
casual
mentioned
criminalist
on
about it.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned on the last one that when I went to university in Leeds,
Horrible.
that was when the Yorkshire Ripper was around. So that was interesting
Yes.
because women weren't allowed to walk anywhere on their own. There were sort of guided things of
One
going back
second.
See,
to
this is the way
forest.
everyone gets it the wrong way around. It's like women can go and do what they want. It's the men that need to stay inside.
Wait.
And then if you see a man walking around, you could be like, "Excuse me, why are you outside?"
That's true. That's a
Guys,
good
Please
idea.
go back in now.
Guys, where's Mark?
We can get on with our lives.
Where is
Mark
Mark?
has been
I'm
dunno.
still here. It's just
Oh,
I'm
Harold
having
Shipman.
technical issues.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just making sure because, yeah,
The
I
ghost of
didn't know
Mark
if you thought your
Wilson
camera was on.
remains.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm searching for 57-year-old murderers in Accrington to try and find out who the person who went to school with me is.
Oh dear. Well, shall I say my one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm going to take
well,
ages.
all right. Well, this was it was somebody at the school I went to. So this girl was in my year and she was good friends and neighbors with one of my good friends. We were in different classes. But one day so this girl's mum found out that her husband, he was a doctor. I can't remember if he was a surgeon or not, but anyway, he was like, quite well respected and quite well to do and everything. They were quite well off. Anyway, he was having an affair with his secretary. Same old boring story.
Ooh,
But anyway,
scandalous.
yeah, but she one day, I think she might have known that it was already happening, but one day she saw them driving past her while she was doing something. She saw her husband and his mistress driving past in a car. She flipped, and then it might have been the next day. She went to the she went to the office where they worked, the secretary answered the door. The mum stabbed her, and I will let's see, 17 times in the face and chest with a
Whoa.
kitchen knife, and then slashed her face a further 18 times.
Did she die?
She died, yeah. And so then the mum, she was like obviously covered in blood and everything. She then drove to where her husband was working, like at a hospital nearby,
Holy
and was just
shit.
like I've just killed your mistress, basically. And then yeah, she was arrested at some point after that. And
But she didn't try and
guess
kill
how
him.
much? No, guess how much? She was jailed, but guess how long she was in prison for
6
that
months.
murder?
3
Wow.
years.
4 years. I thought that was
Ah.
so small.
It is a bit
4
small. That's
years.
very
4 years.
savage.
That's well, she
attack.
got. I know, and I think people were trying. You know, they were kind of saying like, "Oh, it was a crime of passion," blah blah blah. But the thing is, when I actually like read a bit more into it, because I didn't know that much about it at the time, their affair had been going on for a while. The husband had moved out and was living with the mistress.
What?
So it wasn't as though she just found out. And
I
like
see,
Oh.
yeah.
a
That-
month
that-
or so
that's-
before, she tried to kill herself, apparently by like driving her car into a wall or something, and that hadn't worked. So you're like, okay, well, she was obviously severely emotionally upset. Then she was premeditated because she had brought the knife with her. Went
Yeah, that's
there,
definitely premeditated.
yeah,
isn't
where
it?
this woman was by herself in her own office, which had like a door. So you know, it was done kind of. She did it without anyone else seeing what had happened. Then
Can
went
you
and
imagine?
confessed. And yeah, she was only given 4 years. And then she was like, oh, because she used to be a doctor as well. And she was like, oh, I don't want to be struck off the register. I want to be able to practice again in the future. And apparently, like
No,
the judges were
fuck
very
that.
lenient. Yeah.
No way.
I know, I don't want my, and they were like, oh, just because she did this, she shouldn't be allowed to not practice medicine anymore. But also, she hadn't
Yes.
been
Yes,
practicing
she should.
medicine. Yeah, but she hadn't practiced medicine for 16 years because she had 4 kids. So she'd been like raising the family for 16. So she hadn't been
Yeah, but now
practicing
she needs to
medicine.
practice
hadn't been-
medicine to pay
Yeah,
her legal
all
bills.
of a sudden. Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
if she'd just like not done anything, but I think she was worried about, you know, obviously her family falling apart and whatever. If her rich husband is having an affair and has moved out, he has 4 children with her. He's not, you know, he has like
Yeah.
financial duties. She would have been fine.
Yeah.
She didn't have to have done that. And anyway, yeah,
Especially if he's well
so
respected. If he's not
Yeah.
paying alimony, he's not gonna like let that get
everyone,
out.
like my mum used to work in a different hospital, but she was a midwife, so she'd like travel around, but she knew who he was and everything. So he was like quite a well-known doctor or surgeon or whatever, like in the area. And then so this happened, and then like however many weeks or months later, we were going on a school trip, and we were like hanging around waiting for everyone to get on the bus or whatever. And this the girl in my year's dad was there, and all the parents were just like avoiding him and giving him like, and I didn't even really know what happened at this point, because I was like, when was it? And I think I was 13 or something, and my mum was like, oh. So everyone just was blaming him for the whole thing.
This seems
not
a
his
little
fault.
harsh.
Yeah, how is he supposed to?
Well,
is it
I don't
like-
know. He shouldn't have
yeah,
had an affair, or he should have just divorced her rather than
Yeah,
Did
they
he,
should have-
did he have an affair though?
An affair.
Definitely.
Yes.
or-
Oh yeah,
had
no,
he
he
just-
moved out. He
Yeah,
moved
but
out. He's
like-
living with his.
So he didn't
mistress.
just like. Oh,
Oh,
Mark,
my
what's
mark's
left?
gone.
So
My story was
di-
so upsetting.
he didn't
Yeah.
just. Are we definitely sure they didn't just break up and he moved in with somebody else?
Well, according to her,
Yeah,
they,
but I'm
they hadn't
A
broken
totally
up.
unbiased account.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
and-
Who
and
knows? I
not
mean,
entirely willing to take her word for it at this
no,
stage.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that, you know, it wasn't as though he was sneaking around and she just found out, you know, the day before or that day when she saw them driving past. It was a known thing. But I looked at her and like last year she was finally struck off, I think. Like now she's like retirement age. She
bet
wasn't
she's
on
still-
it, but they've definitely said now there's no
Okay.
chance of you ever being able to practice again.
Can you
It's like,
imagine
yes.
though, if
I
you're
don't
like
want
not
to
just,
terrify
claiming her
them.
NHS pension
Yeah.
after.
can you
Oh,
imagine
dear.
you're just driving, you're on your way, and you like stop at a red light, you like look at the car next to you, and it's this woman, and she's just like, she's just got done with the secretary, and she's, you know, she's on her way to
Yeah.
the hospital.
Just like
You'd
covered
be
in
like,
blood. I said, "Don't mind
you'd be
me."
like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I'm
you
not-
maybe like, oh, she's been in an accident, not like, oh, she's just murdered someone and is about to go and confess to it.
Right.
So, but
Oh.
then my friend like lived next door to them, and you know they were having like reporters camping outside their house, and you know trying to like interview them every time they were trying to go to school and everything. She was just like, oh, this is like really weird, because yeah, we were all 13, so we felt, you know, at the time, as I said, I didn't really know that much about it, and now of course I feel absolutely terrible for the daughter, who was the same age as me, and like no one really knew what was happening. But obviously she just, you know, her mum's been put in prison. and presumably her dad would have to come and look after them after he'd already moved out, so it was obviously not that involved. So yeah, now I feel bad for her, but at the time she didn't really know, what was happening. It was you'd have to like read the paper or whatever. Couldn't just like get a Google
What
alert.
13-year-old reads the news?
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my one from my school.
I'm still looking mine up on GPT, but GPT is being far too clever for me at the moment. I've nearly got his details.
There are only two famous people that went to my school that I could find.
You?
But seeing as I'm not on the Google list. It's very upsetting. But seeing as we're going down this route, I don't have a story of along those lines of someone who went to my school, but one of my teachers, who my legal representative has advised me not to name directly, was dismissed from his position. He may or may not have worked in the music department after they found pornography on his work laptop.
No.
The article I found didn't suggest that it was illegal pornography, and I imagine if it was, it would have. But still, it suggests that he may have been doing things at work he certainly shouldn't have been.
At school. Oh no! I mean,
That just
did he
reminded
not
me
have
that
his own computer?
when I was at Leeds University, I used to eat in the same chip shop as Jimmy Savile at least twice a week.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's crazy.
He was a horrible person. He was just,
even at the
time,
time,
to him, it was just
yeah.
And he was always with his mother. And God, that was such a weird relationship. They're like Psycho in Leeds.
I was going to make a tech joke about sticky keys there, Michael, and you interrupted.
No, he's such a horrible person. Sorry, I'm sorry, Dave. It's not my fault. You're this big on my screen at the moment. Oh, come on. Okay, GPT has sort of found the person, I think. But it's not very exciting. I thought it was more exciting than that.
Well, okay, so far you've named Harold Shipman, Jimmy Savile, someone else that I can't remember now. Call him Pitchfork.
Oh no, this is a guy who was my friend at school. I can't remember his name. Just found it, and it's apparently Matthew. I won't give you his surname. I suppose I will give you his surname, but he was called Matthew, and I say he's my friend, but he also used to extort a Mars bar a day out of me. So he was one of those special friends. But I don't suppose he had many other friends. Age 50, he shot somebody and then tried to pin it on his 14-year-old son.
Oh, great.
It's pretty
Father
impressive.
of the year.
Wow, what a lowlife. Oh my god.
He was jailed for life.
Oh.
So,
I'm always quite
impressive.
surprised about like shooting deaths though, like in the UK, just because it is a bit different. What kind was it? Shotgun?
2018 it would have been a shotgun.
Oh, his son. No,
His son. I mean, that's kind of classy, and it kind of him as well, from what I remember of him.
He sounds like sounds like a great guy.
Yeah. Maybe he was just like, oh, if we say it's you, they won't bother pressing charges because you're too young, and then and then I'll buy you a Mars bar or something.
He was just an asshole.
But that didn't work, thank God. Oh no!
You can't come back and kill me now, so that's all right.
You're like, they don't sell Mars bars in Canada.
They do. They're not very good.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen one here actually.
You know what I sometimes think about?
Maybe.
I think they're one of the most overrated pieces of
that's
confection.
Yeah, I've never really. They always give me a headache. I don't know why.
Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Oh, I see.
I've got my camera on fixed focus. Sorry, so I have to do this.
You got your little snack pack. Okay, ready to go.
I do.
I have a fridge in my
Stock up for
workshop that
Halloween.
I keep meaning to bring here, and I haven't done it yet.
He just has a pantry, so he has them all in his box. So,
What's that?
look at them.
Toffee.
Let's see what it says. Oh, Macintosh. Is that what it says? Macintoshes. Oh, okay.
I want
So
to
all
eat
this
it
talk
now,
of
but I
murder
won't be able
makes
to
you want a
talk.
sweet treat.
Yeah.
I haven't got any food here.
I've got a penguin. Look at that.
Pick up a penguin. I actually had to look up that the other day because somebody mentioned it, and I was like, "Are they still going?"
Mark is
They
back.
are. Mark.
Mark,
Fisherman's
Hello.
friends, made in
Hey.
England.
Friends. Yum.
Mark, you made it.
Hello. What's
Yeah, I'm
Dramatic,
not going to guarantee how long for.
Dramatic entrance as always.
I breathed near the USB hub
Probably.
and everything died and wouldn't come back on, so
Uh-oh.
I've had to switch things around.
Maybe you should change your toothpaste.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's asked that we don't call him Mary in this episode.
Don't bring that up again.
Oh, it is a continuation of the last week, right? So,
Oh, that's true.
You can cut that. Look. Oh, sorry, I've upset him now. I'll shut up.
no.
I won't be invited back.
All right, go on, Mark. Have you got any stories of near?
Yeah, we've done
or
ours. You've
local
missed.
crime?
It's your
Yeah.
turn now.
Local,
I haven't.
local stuff
Um,
happening.
Remember
I
to change
haven't
your name if it's
been
about
able
you.
to
Oh, yeah.
find
Yeah.
anything on there at all. I did have another look just now, and there's just nothing coming up, and it's like, oh, well, that's
Oh,
rubbish.
no.
Because I would have been sure somebody would have come from there, but no, not at all. Unfortunately, not.
I mean, you could do the
They're all good
region. It doesn't
boys.
have to be like.
Oh Jesus, the region. I grew up in East London. Take your
I
pick.
know, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. There should be a lot to choose from.
Yeah, you've got the
Let's see.
craze. Come on.
Yeah, the
we can
craze.
start off with the craze. We could
Mhm.
Jack
Okay.
the Ripper. He was around the
Yeah.
area, so you know that would have been nice.
One of the
Would have
craze
been
used to
nice.
buy his newspaper
mean-
in my nanny's newspaper shop.
Really?
Yes.
Wait,
yeah, where was your
and
where was
then-
your nanny's newspaper shop at that moment in time?
I'd have to ask my dad.
And was it the Daily Mail?
I don't know. I'm just surprised either of them could read, to be honest.
But didn't Simon Whistler, didn't he say his grandmother, like, lived next door to one of their wives or something? In the Cray episode, Cray's twin episode.
Oh yeah,
haven't seen
yeah, I
it.
think he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I
It's-
remember really
yeah,
stupid
an
details.
ex-wife or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a tenuous
So-
other link to Simon.
So
there.
you have a link to Simon you didn't even know about. Look at that. Misconnection.
Wow.
Very tenuous.
I just wrote. A
Yeah, it's
script
not
note
even like it
to
was
them
the
as well.
same person. It's just like
Yeah.
I had a creepy experience when I was a kid. I talk about it sometimes too, so like I still think about it sometimes. Could share that. When I was like 6, I was behind a shop.
Don't share it. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I
Carry
think
on.
somebody tried to kidnap me.
Really?
Excellent.
Yeah.
They did. Well, go on then. Sorry.
So my mom was packing everything in the boot of the back of the car, and she had her back turned, and this like car kind of slowed and like stopped right there, and this guy maybe in his like 30s like started like staring at me and like started beckoning me to come to him. I was like probably 6 or something, and I got really creeped out, so I turned around, went to my mom's car, and locked the door.
Okay, good. Phew.
well done.
But
So
like
you didn't go.
no, but like that guy, I like still remember how creepy like the whole thing was.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't think anybody had ever looked at me like that before. And so sometimes
Ugh.
I still think about it and I'm like, ugh. Like,
The
I don't
McCann
know.
lust.
I find kids of my age, certainly in the north of England, I don't know much about the south of England in those days. We had a very different relationship with the pedos than people do these days. I don't know how much you have to cut out of this. But...
You're supposed to call them PDF files.
Oh,
Yes,
we're
they're PDF files.
Well, I would hope that nobody really has any kind of relationship with
Well,
them.
no,
but
it
there
was.
we go.
Yeah.
We always used to
True.
know who they were because they used to
Oh,
sit in the
right,
middle
yeah.
of playgrounds with us, and they were.
I
all
mean, they have a
creepy.
registry for a reason.
It was transactional. You'd be like,
Well,
You get
it
Mars
wasn't, but it
bar.
was more.
The dirty
It
old
was
man.
more. We all knew who they were, and if we went camping, we'd take air guns with us and shoot the bushes when they were sitting there wanking. And
Oh God!
What the
it was
fuck?
just. It was
Okay.
just. I don't know. It was different times, but it was normal.
I don't
Oh,
even think
different time.
that
Oh,
different
back in the old
times.
days. with all these-
Bushgooning.
yeah,
Woohoo!
I'm not
all
that
these,
old,
like,
but it's
old
just so
men
weird
hiding
how
in the
much it's
bushes.
changed.
Back in the days,
mean,
it was
Rolf
okay to
Harris-
go
God.
into the bush and just have a wank or what?
It's like,
Well, Rolf Harris was on TV telling us how to avoid them.
he'd be
What?
the expert.
That didn't age well, did it?
Wait, what?
Oh dear.
I think Rolf Harris, he did the swimming one, and I think he did the Avoiding Paedophiles public information film.
Okay. I don't remember him doing any of those.
Then he did a special on irony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know any of this.
Oh my god.
My sister
This is
worked for Rolf
awful.
Harris for years.
Aged like milk, as they say.
We love them all. Well,
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Yeah.
It keeps me in a. It used to keep me in a job. It doesn't anymore.
Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes I think that the world is getting worse and worse, and then when you say stories like that, I'm like, well, at least that's got a bit better.
I mean, yeah, last week we
It's
found
like-
out that he went to school like 12 hours a day, got stuffed in a filing box.
Oh god. Oh, Michael. At the age of 2. It's terrible.
Yeah, I watched that. I
Stop
watched
it.
that with my wife when I got home after recording it,
Saddest story I've ever heard.
and she was like, 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find that picture of me in school.
He had to be
uniform
ready to get to the
as a
mines, you know.
Yeah.
Get his basic education in.
We had mills, not mines. Come on. Get with the geography.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't realize you were more posh than the mines. All right.
The mines are in Yorkshire. That's different world.
Well, I don't know. You said you were in boarding school, so I don't know where you went.
Lancashire.
You ship them off. Just
I
go
live
work.
in Canada now. I don't care about any of them. Oh, I'm
All
shutting
right.
up for a minute because I'm going to think of something else horrible.
Even
we
more
just kinda- we
horrible
just
than your
kind of make light of your
transactional,
trauma there. I was just like,
Yeah.
sorry about
I
that.
don't. Did you grow up in the days where you just find random
Random-
sticky porno magazines
I was gonna say
all
random-
over the place?
PDF
In the
files
bushes,
hiding
yeah,
in the bushes.
Yeah.
No.
When did that
Oh,
end? Because
okay.
does that happen
That
anymore?
was like the end of the 90s.
Yeah, I was
think.
gonna say, like,
That
when-
was-
Yeah.
When the dawn of the internet is when that ended.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
I
break
think,
into building
yeah.
sites and new buildings to go look around and just steal them. So I guess they weren't sticky then.
And no one's going to report that crime, are they?
No.
Someone stole my porn magazine.
I don't think it was considered a crime in those days, breaking and entering. I think it was just.
Oh no! When I was a kid, we used to go 'cause under Portsdown Hill. They've got all the old tunnels from like various things they've tunneled under the hill for during the wars, and there's all bunkers and all that. And there used to just be corrugated panels, just sort of nailed into the side of the chalk, and that was it. That was the security. So yeah, we used to just go up there, pull them aside, and disappear off into the abandoned military tunnels and stuff. It was great.
I mean, I'm joking, but I genuinely don't really think people considered it a crime just to break into places and explore.
No,
No.
you knew that if you got caught, someone would punch you in the face or whatever, and
Exactly.
it was transactional.
Yeah, it's transactional. The cop got to beat you up,
yeah.
and you got to explore somewhere. It's great.
Yeah.
Speaking
Giving
of
the police
breaking and
something to do,
entering,
isn't it?
I remember a story. My ex, like one day, his brother, when he was very small, he was like sitting at the kitchen table or something. It's by himself, and this guy just like walks in, and he's like, "Hey, I'm a friend of your mum's. Well, do you remember where she put her wallet? She forgot it."
Oh,
And he's like, "Oh yeah, upstairs next to your
no.
bed." And so the guy went up, robbed them, and left.
Whoa.
That's cool. Sorry, I mean that's awful.
I actually
that's-
did. I caught somebody like
Uh.
reaching through my window once.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I took my dog because I said I have a big Belgian Shepherd, so I had my
You put
dog
that
with
dog's
me.
mouth on its
No, but the
arm.
dog jumped up to look at him, and he had seen us on a walk earlier that day, so his eyes like widened with the sudden realization that he'd seen us before. And I was like, "Yeah, don't you ever fucking come back here again. The dog's not going to be so nice next time." I don't know if my dog would have done anything. He's a bit of a bitch, but he looks scary.
It's the shepherd look though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on my current shepherd doing anything. But
I don't know. Like my dog, it's hit and miss because he acts big. He acts tough, but I don't know. But I yelled at the guy. I
Good.
told him never to come back. I was like, yeah, if you come back here, like you're not gonna be safe.
Just
love to see
walking into
someone
someone's
try that
house and
here.
walking into someone's house and taking the wallet though.
Yeah, that
That's
takes
like
balls.
that's
Yeah.
Mitnick levels of balls. Isn't
Like,
That's,
it?
that's
How old
kinda
was
cool.
the little boy?
he was quite young. I think he was like, I don't know, 5.
36.
Oh,
He was like
5.
5. I don't remember who the mum was, but different
'Cause I was
time.
like, if it was my son and that happened, I would have been pretty pissed off.
No,
at
no, it
him.
was a different time. Your children
if he
could be
was
left
fine.
unattended at any
Send
age.
him
Well, no,
to
it's not
boarding
that point.
school.
It's just the it's just like the age is like, well, should you not have realized that something was going on?
But
But
the horrible
what
thing
can
is
be
the mum
done?
likes to tell everybody the story whenever she gets a chance, and the
Yeah.
poor guy's like, whenever he hears it, he's like,
Yeah, parents do that.
But he
Yeah.
could have been like he could have been hurt or something. So
Tamara,
at
though,
least-
when you first told the story, in my head he was like a teenager.
yeah, same.
oh, come
That's why I
on.
was like, I would have been so annoyed if that had been my son, because my son's 10, and I was like, yeah, if some like guy just walked in. I mean, I don't know what I would expect him to do.
Oh my God.
Nothing. But
No,
Do you
I
have
mean, if
guns on the
somebody-
property?
no.
If somebody were to do that and I had a kid, they'd be like, what do you mean? My mom doesn't have friends. Get the fuck out. Like, what do you mean? You can't
Yeah,
lie to
mine
me.
would be, actually, mine would be like, her wallet? I don't know. I don't even know where her room is. I don't even know
She
where her
doesn't even have
name
any
is. I
money.
have zero interest in her life whatsoever. Yeah. Who? Do I have a mum? Yeah.
she's not my real mom. Get out of here.
Oh, you mean that person that cleans up after me and drives me to school? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Do
no,
you mean
no,
the chauffeur?
Yeah. my
She doesn't
personal
have any
phone.
money.
Yeah, exactly. She always tells me she doesn't have any money.
Yeah. Why are you going after that?
Yeah, no, that's creepy.
But if bear with me, I will show you where she keeps the really valuable stuff.
Yeah. You
Oh
don't
my
want
God.
that. You want this. Yeah, she said never tell anyone where this is. But when you said about how that the person you've potentially been kidnapped, once when I was young, my parents got a phone call at home, or my mum did, and they were like, and the person on the other end was like, oh, is your daughter called this name? And they were like, yeah. And they basically said that they'd kidnapped me. And my parents were like, oh my God. But then luckily they phoned the school, and the school was like, no, she's right here. So they were like, okay. So we weren't entirely sure what the point of it was.
Oh,
Just
I
freaking people
know
out,
something,
or
something like this.
yeah, I don't know. But luckily they didn't do it. They didn't call the police.
Yeah.
They didn't go and meet this person and give them money or whatever. They were like,
No,
okay,
they're
well,
rational people.
Let's quickly
think
just
I
check
might
it.
have
They
called the
dropped me
police.
off at school. Well, yeah, they could have, but they took me to school. I didn't walk to
Afterwards.
school
Yeah.
by myself at that point. So they knew that no, they had dropped me off. So they knew that I, was probably okay. But yeah, they were just like, oh my God. And so our last name was quite unusual. So we thought maybe they just don't know. They knew them, or maybe because my sister and I were in the paper a couple of times. Maybe they'd seen our name in the paper or something. Because yeah, it's an unusual name, so you'd easily be able to put 2 and 2 together with the phone book. Oh, this person lives here. Yeah, but anyway.
But they
that
didn't
was
call the police
fine.
at all.
No, I don't think so. Well, what could they have said? Like someone said that they'd
Well, they
kidnapped
could
our
have-
daughter, but they hadn't. It was just a prank call, basically. So I don't know. I don't think they did anything. They were just, happy that I was okay. I knew nothing about it.
yes.
But yeah, no, I don't think
But-
they've contacted the police. I'll check. I'll follow
Yeah,
up
yeah.
if there's any more information.
Good idea.
But yeah,
So
I don't
I think probably contacting the police might have been a good idea.
yeah, I don't know. Well, they couldn't give them any information. It was just like a voice on the end of the phone. I don't even think
No,
they could.
back
One
back
four
then they
seven
could have
one probably
easily-
wasn't even.
no,
a
but it was
thing
for the
then.
phone companies.
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah. But now
Michael
they're taken in by all
disagrees.
kinds. Now they're taken in by all kinds of scams. But when it was an important scam, they weren't taken in. So that's good. Yeah. Now they're
That
sending me all
makes
these weird AI videos. Look at this. I'm like, it's AI. Stop sending me these stupid videos.
Yeah,
oh,
I
it was
can-
real. It's not.
I can now browse directly into my mum's MacBook just because she knows enough now to be like, is this real? I'll just ask Dave. And I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Hey,
I
at
was
least
like-
she asks.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Mum and Dad, if you're thinking of sending me a video and you think I will be in any way negative about it, just don't send it to me.
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
So have any of you ever been scammed, just out of interest? I'm changing the topic a little bit. but
I
we've
was
run out of
very
murderers.
nearly
Yes.
scammed a while ago. I was selling a phone on Facebook Marketplace, and they said, "Will you?" I said collection only, and they said, "Oh, will you give me? I'll give you another 20 quid if you'll ship it." And I was like, "Yeah, fair." So I packaged it up. I got an email from Wise, which is the company that Simon uses to pay us. So I was like, yeah, that's legit. And just before I went to go, I thought I'll just check to see if the money's to the post office. I'll just check to see if the money's in my account, and it wasn't. Now, anyone who's been paid by Wise will know that you usually have the money before you get it. It's absolutely instant, isn't it, Katie? It's like
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
normally
It's
pretty
very
fast.
quick.
I've also used it.
um,
It's very fast.
so I looked at the email, and it was almost perfect. There was just a couple. I've got it somewhere. Because I mentioned it in a Brain Blaze episode, and I sent a screenshot to whoever was editing it. I don't know if it ever got put in or not. There was just a couple of little things that were off. But yeah, if I hadn't thought to quickly check my bank balance, and if it had been another payment provider, I would have been scammed.
Yeah. Well, did they ever like contact you again or not?
No.
Was it just
I think they
like,
just-
excuse me, where's my
You're
phone?
lucky on that one.
Yeah, well, it wasn't me actually, it was my husband. We because he's American and we used to live in England, and we applied for this green card lottery, which you could do at the time. If you were English, they would have, or if you're from the UK, they had like a certain number of green cards that they would allocate per year. So anyway, we signed up for this green card lottery thing, put in all my fucking passport details.
Nice.
Paid
Sounds like a scam.
however much. It looked like a government website. Anyway, didn't win the green card lottery, whatever. A while, however many months later, I can't remember if it was an email or a letter saying that there was like a, by the way, this was a scam and it's been shut down. And we were like, oh, great. So I gave away
Oops.
all my personal information and we paid some money, and yeah, it was not real. So that was kind of annoying. So who knows if there's probably people using my identity out there. I've had at least one new passport since then, but yeah, it's like whoopsie.
You guys
But
remember a few years
you
ago?
did it.
There was this I know it's actually probably like 15 years ago. A few years ago. That there was that I think it was a hack at Target in the US. And a bunch of
Yes.
debit and credit cards, Target
I was
credit
like,
cards.
15 years ago, this happened like every year.
No, this one
Yeah.
was like really big. It was like at
It's a big
Christmas,
one.
like 15 years ago, and a
Okay,
bunch
no,
of
I don't know.
the information for Target cards was stolen. Mine was one of them. So they spent like $500 something. But because the like whole incident was so blown up, I was able to just report it and get my money
Claim
back
it.
right away.
Oh,
Yeah, they
yeah.
apparently bought a new TV in New York.
Wow. I mean, it must seem
Yeah.
like pretty unlucky that yours out of however many thousands and thousands and thousands was like one of the ones that actually got
Yeah, but at least it was a different
used,
state.
but
So it was
yeah.
like pretty obvious that it
Yeah.
had nothing to do with me. But yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
was
unlucky.
kind of, yeah, that kind of sucked.
So
I'm still
what you need
pissed.
to do
I'm
if you're
That
going to
wasn't your
buy any
fault.
expensive electronics, go and buy them in a different state.
Yeah.
And come
Then
back
you
and be like,
and then
Yeah.
claim your
no,
money
that
back,
wasn't
yeah.
me.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
didn't
I'm
buy
assuming
5
there's people
iMacs.
working together doing that. There must be people who are working with people in other countries buying things and then
Or
claiming it
like,
back on credit cards.
actually, I'm not going to say that because it might encourage crime. But I had an idea.
This is
Oh.
I was like,
in
that
my,
would probably work.
if you were in Minecraft, what would the idea be? If you were playing
So-
Minecraft.
So
Ooh.
it'll flag like suspicious activity, right? So if you have a
Yeah.
card and you have very regular habit with it, hypothetically, like let's say that you only, bought your lunch with it every day, and then all of a sudden there's like a random very big purchase in another state, it'll probably flag it as potential fraud, and then they would call you and ask you to verify if it's you, depending on the amount. Because it's happened to me before, but it was me, and I was honest, and I was like, yeah, I bought this.
See, I don't know. My bank, I got my card cloned a while ago, and I noticed that because I never used to check my bank statements at all. But then when I started having less money, having a family and stuff, I do check them a lot. and it was only like £4.50 or something. I was like, no, that wasn't me. And I
Weird.
cancelled my card and I got my £4.50 back. But if I try and spend any money, I get caught out by, they're like, is this you? Is this you? Like, yes, I'm in the shop trying to spend £500. You've just
Please
blocked my
let
card
me.
and it's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop
that
it.
actually happened to me doing something I can't remember. Oh, I got flagged because it was I've been paid by Wise. I had money in my Wise account and I was trying to transfer it to my US account. And normally I do it. Oh no, that was it. Because I was transferring it from a different account. But normally I do it via a debit card, but I decided to do it via bank transfer because it was like, oh, it's cheaper if you use bank transfer. And I was like, okay, great. So I tried to do bank transfer, but then because I'd never done that before, it triggered an alert at my bank. And then the whole thing got all messed up. And then I had to call the bank and oh no, the bank called me, and except I didn't think I thought it was a scam because I hadn't realized that this had happened. But then it was only like the next day I was like, oh shit, I think it was my actual bank. And then I had to call back. And then I just had this horrible feeling the whole time that it was a scammer. And they were like, what's this number? What's your account number? And I was like, going, I don't know what I give it to you. But then I did, and it was fine, I think. But I just felt spent the entire phone call just feeling really sick. And I was just like, am I giving this information to the correct people? Or is this just like a scam company who now have my direct bank account details? I'm like,
Yeah.
Why do you get Simon to pay you into a UK account and transfer?
no, he doesn't. I
That
was doing a transfer from a different one. No, he pays
okay, I was
directly
gonna
into
say that's
Wise. Yeah,
hassle.
yeah. No, he does pay directly into Wise, and then I just transfer it out. But yeah, I was moving some other funds.
I'm
When I
still
first
pissed
started-
off about.
When I
Okay.
first
Like I
started
said, I'm
working
still
for him, he
pissed off
paid me
about
by
my scam.
PayPal.
Oh God, I hate
That was a
PayPal with a
nightmare.
passion. I'm still pissed off about my scam, so I'm going to rant about it.
Oh yeah, please do. I
Bearing-
was going to ask you if you'd been scammed.
Bearing in mind, I've spent
Sure,
the
it'd be a
last
good
God
one.
knows how many years stopping people getting scammed, and I'm meant to be a scam expert. So I bought a handgun. Now, this is Canada.
Eh.
Handguns are very regulated. There's an awful lot of stuff going on, so there's a lot of background shit. So I got his license, I checked his license, I checked his address, I checked all those things, I matched everything up, so I knew that in theory it was the right person sending me this thing. So I paid it directly into his bank account with Canadian Interact transfer. And it was a scammer because they'd taken over his bank account. So what the hell what can you do if somebody's done that? You've done every check you can possibly do. And Canadian Interact says this is guaranteed. If you send an incorrect payment, you'll be paid back. But apparently that's only the person who receives it. I don't know. Apparently it wasn't covered, even though I was sending it to a scammer who'd taken someone's bank account over and done
That-
It's
everything
absolutely
like
guaranteed
possible.
unless it's you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It really is. I'm still pissed off about it to this day.
No, I mean that's yeah. You did
Only
your
buy
due
handguns
diligence.
in person is probably the moral.
Well, it
Yeah.
is, but yeah. The weird thing about Canadian law is you buy this handgun, you've done all these checks, there's all these things in place, and then a postman delivers it to your bloody
No,
door.
well, because I
Who's-
thought you'd said handgun, and then you were going on about. I was like, hang on, so you were just like buying a gun online? I was like, what?
I mean, there's a lot of checks, but then
Yeah.
it fails once it gets to the post office because it just sits there in a post office room.
And then they just leave it on top of your recycling
They
bin.
don't leave
when
it.
they
They do
deliver
have to
it.
get a signature, but even so, I mean, the person carrying it's probably not registered and licensed.
Mm.
It's a mess.
I bought a flintlock pistol at a car boot sale once.
I've
Oh,
got a few of those. I like them.
Wow.
I don't know whether you can
Nice.
still own them, but you certainly used to be able to in the UK.
100 years
There's-
old. Oh no, they changed the law when the 1911 Colt became legal. So they changed it in 2011.
Yeah, when
to
an
stop
actual gun,
100-year-old
yeah, a useful gun.
when a real gun-looking thing became suddenly legal.
so
Yeah,
in
you
Canada,
shoot someone with a
apparently.
you shoot someone with a flintlock, they'll be just as dead.
yeah,
You
but
just
they
gotta do
consider
it
it
from
like
nearer.
an antique or what?
Yeah,
Well, cap and ball black powder's legal in the UK still, and I don't know. You go and tell hundreds of natives, Mexicans, and everybody else that they don't hurt people. I think you'd get a different answer.
it boggles my mind that you can just buy a crossbow. You know, there's the even like the little pistol bows. You know, you
British
can
gun
just
laws are nuts.
you can just buy one.
Pistol bow.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's just like a little crossbow, but you can put it in your jacket and if you
carry
shoot
a
someone with
crossbow
one of
around
those,
in your jacket. Just
They're
pocket
only
Yes.
crossbow.
about,
Okay.
they're about this big, aren't they?
they're about that big until you
Couldn't fit that in my jacket.
load
Are you gonna
them,
have
and
a
then
trench
they.
coat on?
Okay,
Big
yeah.
puffy. Okay.
What I
Okay.
mean is, you could easily conceal it.
If you had a PDF jacket, you could do
Yes,
it.
full of files. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. PDF filing cabinet.
Want to see some files? Yeah.
Want to see some files?
Files, little boy.
Dear.
Talking of
You know, I
identity
mean, like-
theft, Dave's favourite person, Kevin, has doxed me so many times that I just gave up trying to hide my identity or anything at one point. So, yeah. I'm
You know
sure
the-
there's still stuff out there.
One of the most annoying things about the whole Mitnick thing is I wrote a short about him before I started doing the research for this, and it came up on YouTube the other day, and like everything in it is wrong. Like everything, because
I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
we were doing
Just see those comments.
Simon went through the stage where he
Broke
was
my
doing
desk.
little 1 minute shorts for different channels. And so for it to be financially worth writing them, because you'd only get like 15 quid each. So you didn't spend a huge amount of research on it, and they weren't supposed to be detailed, but they were supposed to be correct, you know.
So just don't include any finer details. Just
Yeah.
But I just
Kevin
went to
Mitnick
Google.
is a
and
man.
he was still alive then, and so I just went to Google, looked at the first few things, wrote 200 words, and sent it in, you know. And it was now I've got probably 15 hours of interviews with different people, 30 or 40,000 words of notes and
Oh.
all this. And I watched the short the other day. I was like, apart from his name, nothing in here is correct.
Are you
Like,
seeing other
"What
people
idiot
behind my
wrote
back,
this?"
Dave?
I am, Michael. I'm sorry.
Dave's
This is-
cheating
it's
on
a-
me.
One of my exes was working at the NSA at the time of Snowden. Actually.
Broken me
Hey.
desk. Sorry, I'm going under here
Yeah.
for a minute.
But,
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I found.
Mark's disappeared. Mark was
see you.
hiding under his desk.
Well,
There.
we're still
It's the
here.
mere
Okay.
mention of the NSA puts him into hiding.
Yeah, he's like, oh
It-
shit.
He's just got some files to burn.
As they say, the NSA is the only agency that truly listens.
Oh god.
Never heard of them.
Are you okay, Michael?
He's
Yes, I
broken
just
his desk.
broke
right?
I'm a
something.
little
I don't know
concerned
what it
for
is.
you.
The
Okay.
shelf
Some of
fell
those-
on my foot and it was hurting.
Put some of those mini Mars bars under it, prop it up.
You see candy just
It's
flying.
wobbly. Yeah. Yeah. Woo!
When
Oh no, it's raining M&Ms. Oh.
I bought this desk when I first started renting the space, like brand new. And when I was putting it together, I was using a drill driver, even though it said don't use a drill driver. I'm not putting in 400 Allen bolts with a fucking twisty thing that came in the flat pack. But the bolts that hold the wood onto the frame are shorter than the frame bolts. And I used one of the long frame bolts to bolt the top on, and it just came straight through the top of the desk. So I have this coaster tile that I put over the hole.
When I moved into this apartment,
I would have done that. That's
I
something
was
would have
building
done.
my bed. And it said in the manual, like, it was from IKEA, and it had like the manual had the picture of the two people, and it specifically showed one person with like a circle and the X over it, like not one person, two people.
You're like, we'll see about that.
And I said, well, I have my dog for company, but just
Yeah.
me. So I was putting it together, and the bed frame cracked.
No.
Oh,
Oh, 'cause
no.
you have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
well,
Yeah.
but I finally got a new bed this year, but no, it had that crack the whole time. And so oh my god, my poor neighbors, like even just getting into bed, it would like and it's just like you're just trying to like roll over, you know. And it made a huge
God
racket.
forbid doing anything else.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like the walls here are paper thin, right? But like you're not doing anything, and slides move, and it's like a whole racket, it's a whole scene, and you're like, oh God. Now my neighbors think I'm going at it all the time. Like, I don't know.
You're like, I'm literally just turning over.
Yeah, they're gonna think that's my full-time job. And
Well,
since
you're
we're
in
in
the
the
right country
Netherlands,
for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
since it's the Netherlands, it's perfectly
Could be.
viable.
Maybe if you
So-
just change that red bulb outside that you.
Yeah.
Who said? Oh well, I
Yeah.
only turn it on at night. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I know it's like nearly Halloween, but
Actually, your story about getting cold and the light reminded me of a story. A little after I moved into this flat, I remember I was actually sitting right here, so it's on my computer, and I got a call, and it was some guy, and he was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And I was like, "Hi." And
You
he
called
go,
me.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, and he's like, "I'm your neighbor," and then he started like
oh, creepy.
trying to chat me up, and I was like, "I think you're the wrong person. I don't think you're my neighbor." And he goes, "Yeah, I am. I'm there in the building next to you." And I was like, "No, I don't think so." And he goes, "Your bedroom light's on, isn't it?" My bedroom light was on. And so I was like, "No, it's not. I really think you have the wrong house." And he goes, "Oh, sorry. Why?"
That is weird.
Yeah. He never called back, but like that, yeah, I don't know what that was about because that was weird because my light was
How did he
on.
get your number?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Well, it might
Maybe
just
it
be
actually was like a
random.
missed dial, and I
That's
just like.
Yeah,
Kevin.
maybe.
But even then, that's still really creepy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't call your neighbors and do that. If you're watching this, don't
Yeah.
do that.
No, because
Life
then
advice. Don't
if
do
it was your
No.
neighbor, then you know you had a really creepy neighbor the whole time,
Yeah.
and you would just have to
Yeah.
like have your curtains drawn like forever.
My neighbor is kind of
Oh.
creepy, but like in another way, he's just weird. There's something off about him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he stomps around at weird hours, but like it sounds like he's like on all fours, like running
Oh
around.
God. Maybe it's a
And
dog.
like, no, here's the thing. I think it may be because it's possible. It's possible because I have seen him walking around with the dog collar on. So it is
Yeah.
possible.
You got yourself a furry neighbor.
He's just gimping it up
Oh.
upstairs. or
But
next door, wherever.
this guy, you hear the most lewd noises coming from upstairs. Like, I don't know what's wrong
Howling
with
and
him. Yeah.
barking.
I think we worked out what's going on.
I think, yeah, I
No,
think
no,
we've
no,
solved it.
no, no. It's of all sorts of things. It's like a cryptid lives upstairs, honestly. Like it's yeah, I don't
Furries
know.
don't have to be dogs.
Maybe
It could
maybe
be
he's a
anything.
werewolf. Maybe he's a
Yeah.
true werewolf.
Yeah, maybe
You
yeah.
have to investigate.
No.
Did you say it was upstairs? I was
He's
gonna
above me.
drill a little hole. Yeah.
No, like I went outside with the dog once. It was like 2 a.m. And I saw
Well,
him
there's your first
standing.
mistake.
I saw him standing on the balcony staring at us.
Yeah.
And sometimes I hear him on his balcony at night, like 3 a.m, just laughing. And he laughs really loud, right? So it's like you'll hear it. It's just booming, and he'll be like in the hallways, just stomping around and just whistling and shit all the time, like some creepy lumberjack or something. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't like
Maybe
him.
he's just
Sums up
listening to a
Canada.
really
Creepy
funny
lumberjacks.
podcast.
I
Yeah.
don't know. He's just got issues. He's just got
Yeah.
issues. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him.
That's the least
Come
we
on,
can
what's
say
that
about him.
background doing now?
Yeah.
He's got issues, yeah. Oh dear. Oh, we had in my old neighborhood one night, because we have there's like helicopters that fly around fairly frequently because there's they fly over if there's like wildfires. There's
Oh,
also a
blow them
military
out.
base about like 30 miles away. So anyway, you see helicopters every once in a while. But one night there were these a police helicopter was just circling our neighborhood really low. And so we've got like a couple of like neighborhood Facebook groups and everything. So everyone was just on there like, what the hell? What's going on? What's going on? And we were like, oh my God, because a lot of the time they're looking for people that have fled. So we're like, oh my God, shut all the doors. It was creepy. We were like, someone might jump into, because we were like on the main street, and we were like, oh, someone might jump into our backyard. What are we gonna do? And then there was a message. They were saying blah 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 blah, and everyone was like, on Facebook, like, what's the message saying? What's the message saying? And apparently there was a guy who was threatening at least himself with harm. I don't know, and his wife was also there, so it was a potential hostage situation. But basically the helicopter was going around saying, oh, Brian Smith, that wasn't his name, Brian Smith at 123 Fake Street, come out of your garage with nothing in your hands. Brian Smith, 123 Fake. So every neighbor knew exactly who it was and where he lived because they were just like circling around, just yelling his name and address. And everyone was like, okay, it's just a domestic thing because some people knew this guy. And nothing ended up happening, but it was just like, this is so scary. And yeah, it was for nothing in the end. But yeah, and then afterwards, I was like, okay, well, I guess we know what that was all about. So
Yeah. Way to air his dirty laundry.
Exactly.
Like,
From the
Way
helicopter.
yeah, broadcasting his
Right.
business to the entire neighborhood. Yeah. But yeah, there we go.
I had a weird helicopter incident. I was probably 20 or 21, and I used to walk my trouble shepherd really late at night because it was much less stressful. You know?
Yes. He wasn't trying to kill every single dog that went past.
I mean, he would, but there were less of them. You know. And where I used to live, it's just all fields out in front of my mum's place. It's on the edge of a housing estate, but it is the edge, and then the rest is fields, and there's some farm bits and places where people keep horses and stuff. So I used to just go for a walk over those fields, sometimes 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'd have a couple of joints. And so I was walking back one day, and there's a helicopter sort of traveling round, and then it came down and hovered over the field I was in with the spotlight, and I was like, fuck, I've only had a joint and they've got a helicopter out. What's
yeah,
going
like
on?
DEA, open up.
Am I about to be beamed up by an alien spaceship?
So I just carried
Maybe
on.
it was a
like-
UFO. You might have had a close encounter and you didn't realize.
when I got back, I
no.
turned on my scanner, and they were looking for somebody else in that
Okay.
area. But I was like, my God, this
Yeah,
seems
well,
a
at
little
least they-
extravagant for a joint. I was like,
But at least they knew
Oh.
it wasn't you.
Like, I'm getting a little bit more paranoid than usual. I don't know.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
God, explaining to a court why my dog had killed 2 police officers might have been interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they
Good.
did start it. They did start it.
Yeah, they
You should have learned
instigated
to
it.
run.
Yes, they instigated it by jumping out of a helicopter and running towards us.
Yeah, can you
Oh.
imagine like a helicopter just like lands there and they're like, yeah, DEA here. We heard you had a joint.
Yeah.
Like, what? Do you want a bit? I could probably make another one.
Oh, right.
Oh my
then.
Oh my god.
I was in the pub
Yeah, you
in the
had a
pub
joint.
with Saber. I was in the pub one night with Saber, and they got raided, and they came in with a police drug dog.
Oh
And I
no.
was like, dude, no! Like, you need to. This is not gonna go well.
That would be a
Oh my
nightmare
God.
with my dogs.
It was in a battle royale.
I was like, I don't know if he could take him, but he can certainly match him. You need to let me get the dog out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh
often
my
they're using the plain
God.
pepper dog. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god.
Oh dear.
Except yours is unhinged. And theirs,
Yes.
theirs are trained.
Yes.
Like, you know all the training your dog has had. Mine has not.
He has a
But
strangely
surprise
like
moves.
neurotic super strength though. Oh my gosh.
Talking of which, do any of you watch Hudson and Rex?
No.
You're
I've
going to
never
say
even heard of
no.
it.
It's the best show in the world. It's
I
filmed on
literally
Newfoundland.
never even heard of it. Oh, okay.
It's
Was it
based
like
on a
Due South?
German show, which is called Commander Rex, but they made a Canadian version. It's based on Newfie, about this copper and his dog who solve crimes, and it's incredible. I mean, it's so bad, it's brilliant.
Oh, I do like shows like that. I'll check it out. Is it on the
Unfortunately,
Netflix?
both the dog and the cop, I think, have died in real life. Or if the cop isn't.
Aw.
But there's lots of stand-ins, so now they're using
Not
some
the
of his
dog.
brothers.
I
The dog, not the cop.
wait, you said Commander Rex?
Well, that's the German version. It's called Hudson and Rex. in
Okay,
Canada.
because I was gonna say, why does it come up with Star Wars, Captain Rex?
It's
and I'm like,
Commander with a K. the
Yeah,
German one.
yeah. What was one in
Hudson
Canadian
and
one?
Rex. It's
Hudson.
fantastic. You need to watch it.
Oh, here it is.
It's,
Right.
it's-
We're coming up to
I'll
10,
have a go.
guys.
Okay.
and every
yeah.
time
I
the
think
dog
about
has to have a
this.
ramp to catch the baddie, so they have to film it somewhere that the dog can run up a ramp and leap onto the baddie. Every
That's
episode.
Oh, it's quite highly rated on IMDb.
It's fantastic. It's the best show in the
7.4.
world.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to go watch it
Apparently.
now this week.
You definitely
Oh
have
my
to watch
god. Rex's name is Diesel von Bergenwald.
it.
Oh,
That's
good,
his-
it's
that's
authentic
the
to the
dog's
original.
name. No, that's his name in real life.
They got a
Or
real
was
dog
his-
from
that
Germany
was
to
the
play
Except
his
he's
dog's
part.
dead.
name. Yeah.
Oh,
They're using his
He
brother
died
now, I think.
last August. Oh.
they
It
use his
was
brother. Is that what you said?
National Day of Mourning, that was.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Diesel von Bergenwald. Oh, it says was an actor. Oh, okay, hang on. Is Rex the dog or is Rex not the dog? I'm confused.
Rex
It
is
might have
the
actually
dog,
been
yeah.
an actor.
I would
Oh,
assume
Hudson's
he's
the
the
cop.
dog.
Oh, Hudson. Hang on. Is Hudson the dog or Rex the dog?
No, Hudson's the cop, who's
Okay.
also dying
So
or
I am
dead
looking at the
or
right one. Oh,
something.
okay.
You're like,
Right.
yeah, watch
okay.
this great show where everyone has died.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know they're not gonna ruin it by bringing it back.
But they are. They're bringing
Oh,
new people
they are,
now.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still on. God, there's 110 episodes. It started in 2019.
It's fantastic.
Apparently.
Watch it.
Gosh, they were busy. Okay.
Well, nothing else happens on
It's
Newfoundland.
pretty highly rated.
I'm gonna have to
So,
compare it with the German one and see which one's better.
Oh yeah,
Just so
you
I-
can't you?
So I have
'Cause you
something to
speak
complain
all the
about next
languages.
week. No, but I have to practice German, so maybe I'll learn a bit. But then
Okay.
I'll
Well,
have
at least
something
the
to moan
German
about
Shepherd
next week.
had a
I'll be
German
like,
name.
yeah, I watched
The
this
German,
and I didn't like it.
the German ones are really low quality though. So if you're going to download them, but yeah, the quality's crap on the German ones.
Okay.
Do you want to come
Not
back next
series
week,
good
good in
Michael?
Hudson and Rex. If I'm invited, I probably will. I want to get my background blur fixed. It's bugging me. I'm going to spend a day fixing it.
Why don't you
Looks pretty blurry to me.
yeah
Or just tidy my background. I suppose I could.
yeah
do.
you could
You
just
could
put
do
up like
that.
put like a curtain behind you, and that's not gonna have so many objects to focus on.
But the wall's only that far away. It's hard to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd
That's
just
gonna be
tidy
helpful.
it one day.
Oh well.
I was when I messaged you earlier about those drives, Michael, I was expecting you to say, "Oh, I've got to lay a box of those under the desk."
No, I've never even. If I had heard of them, I don't even remember them. But then there was zip drives and everything else drives and thingy drives at the time.
They came out just after zip disks.
I mean, I probably got a box full. I probably just don't remember.
It's like the only thing I don't have. It's so annoying.
Sorry.
I
If
bought
I had
a.
one, I might be able to get you one. Who do I know in the UK who'd have one? I was going to say Bletchley, but they don't give anything away anymore, do they? They've turned
won't
into
even lend you
tight-fisted
stuff.
bastards. I know, they used to give me everything I wanted. It's great, but now they've changed.
I've hunted down for Katy and Tamara who have
Sorry.
no idea what we're talking about. There's some software I've been looking for many years to go with a really old piece of adaptive tech that I've got, and I want to do a video about it. And I found somebody who said they had it on floppy disk, so I paid for it and they sent it to me, but it's actually not floppy disk. It's some obscure vintage alternate
Betamax thing.
it's like the Betamax of floppy disks, basically.
I'll ask on my
No.
Facebook.
Now
Somebody
you
will
can't
have
copy
one.
that floppy.
Well, I can't use it. Like,
No,
Copy that floppy.
Don't
Have you
copy
seen
that
my
floppy.
Have you seen my Stephen Hawking's pickup lines page?
no, but I'm
I
gonna.
haven't.
Can we
I'll
hold
find
that
it for you.
thought? I've got to go.
Yeah,
so-
Okay.
we're at time.
Next week, guys. Next week.
Yeah. Hold that
Thanks.
thought. Stephen Hawking pickup lines.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
Oh,
week.
yeah,
that's
we'll do
great.
some pickup lines next week. Thanks everyone for watching.
Oh.
Sorry there were less people here. Mark
Yep.
had technical difficulties. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Ding.
I'm gonna go buy a
All right.
pizza.